Hello, I'm James Magowan and I'm the ACF lead for Inspiring Impact. We had a workshop for funders about getting started with assessment of impact, and that workshop has derived from interest that we've had from our members over a number of years in taking on board, thinking about the difference that their funding makes. And this is important for funders in understanding what they do, how they learn from what they do, and also how they justify their actions, their investments to their stakeholders. But it's also important for funders that they walk the talk in terms of impact practice. They encourage their grantees very often to undertake good impact assessment and to report to them. So by doing their own impact assessment, they are effectively engaging in the same process. So the workshop earlier today was about getting started, and there's a new tool available on the Funders for Impact, the Inspiring Impact website, and that's called Measuring Up. And Measuring Up is a self-assessment tool for funders. It helps them assess where they are in terms of their impact practice, to identify any gaps that might exist, and it also provides an opportunity to start to think about how they might address them. Well, the workshop was an opportunity for funders to learn a little bit more about Inspiring Impact, to consider the tool, to work through the tool, and to then share their experience of either the application, if they have tried it already, or for those that hadn't, to consider the questions and how they might address those questions within their own organisations. And a few things emerged from the workshop I think are useful to share. One would be that the framework is extremely flexible, that the interpretation is entirely up to the user, it's not rigid. It's designed that it is to be interpreted by each own organisation within their own context. And so that was useful to have that discussion and to see what flexibility exists within it. A second thing then is to determine who should be involved in the process. And what Measuring Up does, it provides a set of questions really that can start to frame a discussion. And that's a really critical thing, is who is involved in that discussion. So we shared amongst participants the value of engaging with other members of staff, for example, but also potentially board members or indeed grantees in that discussion process. And thirdly then, what also came from the workshop was the sense of where is there other support in relation to this. And there's obviously peer support from other funders, and through ACF or through myself I'm quite open to have conversations with members about how they use the tools that are available. But secondly, through Inspiring Impact, there's a network, the Impact Champions network, that engages those who are applying impact practice, applying the tools that are available through Inspiring Impact, and to share their experience of how they use them.